Hi, how are you? Welcome to another video with me, Kelsey. I'm a nurse practitioner, and Mr. Sunny is with me. We're here in his little play area, and we're just kind of bopping around, so don't mind any background noise as he explores and whatnot. I'd like to talk about common things that happen with babies and their motor movements and their ability to do things, common things that happen in practice that I see, education points that I end up doing with parents with their little ones, whether they're a first time parent or that this is their third baby. Every baby, every kiddo is different. They all have different personalities, and we treat it as such and we assess each kiddo as such. Okay. Let's just do a quick little ABC. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yay. Let's have a carrot, a little teeter carrot, if we will. So, every kid is different, and the assessment needed for each kiddo is different. And, we assess milestones. We do that quite frequently, typical appointments for parents that I see, we see them at the 2, 4, 6 month mark, 9 month mark, 1 year, right after they're born in the first few days of life. And, given everything is trending well, that's as often as we see these individuals. I see patients on a concierge basis, and sometimes I'll see them more often. And of course, as needed, as things come up, feeding, weight issues, anything, urgent care needs in between. So, but usually we see these patients just enough to kind of measure these milestones and see how they're doing over time. So, one of the more common things I see with babies sometimes is lagging head control. With that comes with tummy time, and really head control is the foundation for everything else. If you think about it, a baby being able to lift up their head when they're on their belly, when they're prone, being able to lift up their head, and once they master that, think about all of the muscles associated with that movement. And the shoulders, the shoulder muscles, the upper back, the neck, and the arms, and all of these muscles are working together and strengthening and coordinating. And then ability to kind of roll over, pivot, look around, and all that comes once that is mastered and harnessed and increased over time. So a baby, they first are able to lift up their head. We gauge it at like degrees, right? So first they're able to lift up 15 degrees a little bit, and then they can do it for longer periods of time, then 30, 45, 90 degree. By the time that they're 6 months old, they really should be able to fully lift up their head, be doing a push-up position. So imagine all of that arm muscle that they're able to put into it, full push-up position. Also rolling back and forth. All of those muscles are gaining traction. They're gaining strength and control over time. So, to get there, a baby has to be given the opportunity to be put in tummy time as often as possible. Some babies absolutely are super sensitive to that positioning, and they do not like it, and they will let you know, and that can deter parents from putting them into that position. But it does more harm than good, because they need to learn that skill. So there's a few alternatives we can do with our kiddos. If they don't like being completely flat, we can modify, utilize a pillow or a wedge some of the time. The rest of the time, we're always trying to do it flat, because that's where they're going to learn. We can also do different holds. You can hold the baby firmly in your arm, literally in your arm, floating them so that they're looking around. Sometimes if they're kind of like tricked to be in the position, they don't realize that they're working, and they're entertained by the environment, by what they're looking at and whatnot. Then hey, if that works, that's cool too. But the key the key with this, and this is what I find myself like talking to parents about, the key with this is just the consistency. Even if you break it up throughout the day, doing tummy time throughout the day at every diaper change for like a minute or two, that makes a big difference compared to having them sit there for 10 minutes. They're crying, they're not lifting up their head, they're kind of lifting up, going back down, all that. And it can feel overwhelming with everything that comes with having a little one, adjusting to life. It's a new life-changing experience. It can be so overwhelming. On top of everything else, now you are purposely making your child upset. So that is totally valid. And that's why we look for all these different ways to put them in the tummy time position, because that is the foundation of the rest of their motor skills. Talked about how that's basically the foundation of all the other motor development, motor skills and milestones that babies learn. So, and it's so interesting how fast they go through these stages. So, like when a baby first starts learning how to sit up, they tripod, they're leaning with their arms, and then all of a sudden they're able to take off their arms. They wobble and then they stop wobbling. They find that center of gravity, and it happens very, very fast. Same thing with crawling. They go into the crawling position. They're on their knees more. They're engaging in their knees. And then next thing you know, they're rocking back and forth, and then they're off. And the way to get there again is the consistency, giving them the opportunity, having a dedicated, safe space that is soft, not too soft and cushiony like a bed, but a nice, firm flooring that they can feel, move their body around, do a whole bunch of rolls, feel their body. Let them have the opportunity to lay on their back, explore their feet, explore and look around and learn how to roll over and then pivot and turn around, turn their head. Give them the opportunity. You want to give them the opportunity every day to do all these things. And that is the best way we can engage them, engage their skills, and nourish these necessary experiences that they need to grow and develop every day. They need these experiences every single day. And of course, in the instance of traveling, if you are just out and about all day, it is okay. That is life. If you're doing things, maybe baby care or babysitting doesn't provide the same care, the same level of nourishment that you do, but like even around that, it all counts. It all counts, and it all makes a huge difference for the little one. And they grow every day. They're growing at such an exponential rate. It is so crazy when you really think about the fact that babies double in size by 6 months of age and triple in size on average by the 1 year mark. It's like, are you like, that's just their physical development. It is so incredible how much they develop, how much they need to learn every day. And it's incredible, so they, so this is the foundation of really of helping your baby, of helping your toddler grow and develop, is giving them the opportunity to harness these skills and to practice every single day to practice their skills with our babies or little ones. It's all tummy time. It's all giving them the opportunity to roll and to grab things. And they don't learn how to grab things if you don't give them something to try to grab. And at first, it'll be flimsy, it'll be difficult, but that's okay. And they will continue to expand on that. And that's the beauty of development. They are wobbly in the beginning, and you can even model the behavior, and they will understand. They will get it. And it's incredible how fast they get it. Yes, Sonny. I know, buddy. I love to educate my parents and give them neat ideas, alternatives to the conventional school of thought, because it doesn't work for every kid is not going to fit into the same box, so we have to find these creative ways. And I love doing that. That is a part of the nursing foundation, the nursing upbringing I have, because you got to find a way. We're going to find a way. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure out the creative way to help a baby to get to their successful growth and development for them. Every baby, every kiddo is different. And it's beautiful to see them grow and to get it and to continue to grow and develop. It's so awesome to witness it. And, I have patients that I have followed in their first year of life. And oh my goodness, that's right. Wow. I have a lot of patients that I follow in their first year of life. And, it is incredible to see how well they develop, and to see just with little tweaks and little, advice points that the parents can follow to help their baby. It's just so awesome to be a part of that. That's what I love about pediatrics, because we can see these little ones grow. And, if a roadblock or a little hurdle comes up, we tackle it, make a plan that's right for the family, that's right for that specific kiddo, and go from there, So, yeah, Mr. Sunny, I think, so at this point in time, it is about almost 6 o'clock. He didn't really have a big nap. So I think his behavior right now is we're kind of just vibing, and he's feeling a little silly, also a little sensitive. And that's because he is tired. He didn't have a big nap, and that's okay. So we're going to do our little sleepy time routine, which includes, I will give a little highlight of his sleepy time routine. But what we do is a bath, whether we're using soap or not, we do a bath. If we absolutely fail at getting into the bath, and what I just do is alternatively, instead of a bath, we'll do a wipe down with a wet washcloth, wipe his face, wipe his hands, change him, fresh diaper, fresh onesie for sleeping. And I do a sleep sack. During this whole period of time, we have ocean sounds playing. We're getting in the zone. The lights are low. Most of the time, if he had just fed, then he'll be put down, pretty much half sleepy, and he'll go to sleep. Or we'll do milk feeding. I know. Or we'll do a milk feeding, and he'll go to sleep right after that. And he is a wonderful sleeper. Yes. Ada. Yeah. Wow. So that's a little bit about his sleepy time routine. I would love to have a whole video or two or more actually diving in and talking specifically about all the different things that come up with sleeping, the normal sleeping patterns that take place, all of these schools of thought about sleep training and whatnot. And I guess what my own little version of my own sleep training technique to offer parents. Here you go. And I will do that as a whole video in itself. But I just wanted to chat a little bit about milestones. And, this is the foundation of milestones, which is doing tummy time. So it has a cute name, but sometimes it's not so cute for parents. It can be very challenging. There's a lot of alternatives we can do than just putting a baby on a flat surface, and they don't want to do not a lick of lifting up their head. There's so many things we can do and help them get into the routine and be successful with it. And I say this as a pediatric provider myself. I say this with a 8-month-old right here, and he lagged a little bit with his head control. So I had to implement my own policies and put us to work, and it was fabulous. It worked really well. I saw the proof of my own teaching of the principles of it all. I saw the proof with Mr. Sunny, and it was so awesome to be in the shoes of the parent and having to do it. Very different. It's different to be provider versus being the mom. So, okay, so the dogs are barking. I think we got to wrap this up. Thank you very much for listening. Sunny has been awesome. Thank you for listening as well, Sunny. Appreciate it. Archie is barking. Please, Archie. Thank you so much. So that is all I got. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have any thoughts or questions, pediatric related, I'd love to hear them. I'd love to chat about many different topics that are of interest to people that want to listen to content centered around parenting and pediatric care and all that good stuff. I'd love to have topic ideas. I have so many things I'd love to talk about and have plans to do so. But please, if there is a specific topic that is awesome, I'd love to add that to the roster and open up the conversation and give feedback in my many years of nursing experience with pediatrics. So thank you very much. I am signing off. I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner. I see patients out of Hollywood, Florida. And if you'd like to book a consultation or book a new patient visit, please feel free to look at my links in my bio and check it out. So thank you so much. Please follow me for more and have a wonderful day. Bye.